You're watching our continuous special coverage of the Delhi election results. I'm Shreya Upadhyay. Ladies and gentlemen, the mandate for Delhi is out after a drought of 27 years. The BJP is all set to form the government in the national capital, with the Aam Aadmi Party relegated to 22 seats. Election results are out. We're not expecting these numbers to change much. There is, of course, that 48 that the BJP has got and 22 that the AAP has got. But amid all of this, the big question today is who will be the Chief Minister of Delhi from the BJP? Will the giant slayer from the New Delhi constituency, that's Parvesh Verma, who defeated Arvind Kejriwal, lead the Union Territory for the next 5 years, or will the BJP spring a surprise? Kalkaji, remember, was the other high-profile constituency, and the victory of the sitting Chief Minister of Delhi, Atishi, against BJP's Ramesh Bidhuri narrates a tale of how the voters have rejected Ramesh Bidhuri for his sexist and wild remarks during the election campaign. The Congress party, meanwhile, which was heavily banking on the Sheila Dikshit legacy, is out on a duck once again. What ails the Congress? Why has the party failed a chance at resurgence again in the capital, as it has clearly chipped away anti-BJP votes from the Aam Aadmi Party? Did the corruption charges against the AAP cabinet ministers and the fact that the chief minister himself was lodged in jail for Liquorgate and the Sheesh Mahal narrative dent Aam Aadmi Party's fortunes? Delhi has decided to get on the double-engine bogie, but will the issues of Delhiites get resolved is the big question. But amid all of this, remember, there's also one big question that is emerging, and that has been the complete tussle and war of words between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, which once again reflect the kind of rift that the opposition India bloc has been witnessing. To talk more about this, I'm joined by Neoma Gupta, spokesperson for the BJP, Valmiki Naik of the Aam Aadmi Party, Amrit Gill, spokesperson for the Congress, joining us on the broadcast. First to you, Akhilesh, not Akhilesh Katiyar, beg your pardon, Valmiki Naik. You know, one of the first tweets that came in was from Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, the current Chief Minister, who said, "Aur lado aapas mein," and that was a sarcasm pointed towards the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. Do you think an alliance with the Congress, a healthy, constructive alliance with the Congress, would have done you good in the national capital?
I think Delhi and, first of all, good evening to all of you. I think Delhi and Haryana were two elections in which, even though the India alliance had been formed, we did not go for the alliance in those two states elections. And I think the results are for all to see. So I think definitely there are some lessons learned, and I hope, and I expect that the India alliance will regroup and have proper discussions on the path forward. I think it is for the good of the country that it continues, because despite the BJP having won this victory, we know how it has achieved it. It was through the use of money power and muscle power, and sadly to say, election commission power, which worked against one party and favored the other party, which was I think the saddest
Valmiki
story
Naik, are you
of this whole
completely
election.
negating the wisdom of the Delhi voters in this election?
Absolutely not. The wisdom of the Delhi voters is always supreme, and the wisdom also told them that, listen, if you don't vote for the BJP this time, we're going to waste another 5 years of your governance and your state. That is exactly the message and the threat that the BJP managed to pass on to the Delhi voters. So, in their wisdom, out of self-preservation, I think they have taken this decision. And whatever that decision may be, we humbly accept it. In fact, I congratulate the BJP for their victory, however it may be achieved. But let us also be very clear that the next 5 years are going to be seeing a reverse development in Delhi, because for the last 10 years, the Aam Aadmi Party has worked on issues and on things that the common man of Delhi needed, and like education and healthcare and electricity, water. So all these things are going to be undone, I fear, and I think this, this victory is going to be short-lived for the BJP for sure.
Okay, before I get Neoma to respond to you, Amrit Gill, to you first. Do you think that an alliance and a good relationship with the Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital would have at least managed to get you to have some number of seats? Of course, I don't think even the Congress was expecting a majority or a clean sweep, but just opening your kitty in the national capital?
Shreya, first of all, we need to understand that the fight, though there were three parties, the national fight is of two ideologies. One is the ideology of Sarvodaya, which we people as a Congressi we follow, and the other one is of BJP. So Aam Aadmi Party, when came to power, they were basically fighting for anti-corruption and all the false narrative. This is the party without any ideology. So it's we are happy that we didn't fought together, and so that we can get rid of this is the party which was feeding on our votes and damaging us only. We lost Gujarat, we lost Goa and Haryana also. They went alone, hai na? They have not taken care of the India alliance. So, and in the Lok Sabha, the alliance was intact, and now everybody, as in Punjab also, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress didn't fought together. We were in Congress is in opposition, and Aam Aadmi Party was in power. So there is we don't have any we are not coming up on the same page with Aam Aadmi Party, because every time they ditch because this is the party without any ideology. They don't follow. They
तो
have
ये आइडियोलॉजी
exactly
का
done
सवाल अमृत
all
जी
the
लोकसभा
same.
इलेक्शन में नहीं आया था? When there was an entire India opposition bloc against the NDA?
Pardon? Shreya, come again.
ये आइडियोलॉजी का सवाल क्या लोकसभा इलेक्शन के टाइम पे नहीं आया था अमृत गिल, जब एक पूरा ऑपोजिशन इंडिया ब्लॉक बनाया गया था अगेंस्ट द एनडीए?
When India bloc was formed, it was said that this alliance, this bloc is for the Lok Sabha elections. And after that, we fought even in the Lok Sabha elections, also in Punjab, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress didn't fought together. We were in opposition. Congress was in opposition, and Congress got 7 member parliaments, and Aam Aadmi Party got whatever number was there. So we were in India Alliance also. In Punjab, the strategy was different. We didn't fought together. So Aam Aadmi Party is like a party which is they speak loudly on corruption, and they do the liquor scam, and they have came up on during the Anna Hazare movement, and where is the Jan Lokpal bill, and they have done nothing. So it's the false promises, and
Amrit Gill, this is the exact reason why the India opposition bloc is seeing a rift, the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party not being on the same page. In fact, ahead of the Delhi elections, a lot of your allies in the India opposition bloc had backed the Aam Aadmi Party instead of the Congress party in the Delhi elections. But Neoma Gupta, to you, how do you respond to these charges being made by the Aam Aadmi Party against you? And of course, it's obviously win-win for the BJP when we talk about the opposition bloc and the kind of infighting that it has been witnessing since the last few months.
Good evening. See, now that the election's over, first of all, I'd like to congratulate all the parties and wish them the best. The BJP has won, and our party starts today. We will not be complacent even for a minute and do everything we have promised. And trust me, many of the things that were said will not just continue, but be improved multifold. Now to the issue. The future of the India Alliance, frankly, was in dire straits from the Lok Sabha election onwards. You see, if you all band together with the sole purpose of defeating someone and removing them from power, you unfortunately run the risk of forgetting to present an alternative version in the first place. And this is the prime issue I feel plagues this alliance. They are opposed to Modi ji, fine. They want BJP to lose, great. But here's the issue. What are you offering to the people? See, the BJP too is opposed to the Congress diversive ideology, and we make no bones about it. We are clear and directly say this on repeat mode. But the colossal difference lies in the fact that BJP has a positive and cohesive vision for India. We have an ideology. BJP believes in nationalism combined with the delivery of progress to every section of society, no matter what their caste, religion, creed or gender are. You can find the essence in our party website and all the manifesto. Now see what's happening within the India Alliance. They don't know what they stood for. They don't know whether or not to support each other, and their relationship is so complicated. Let's take Delhi, for example. It's so similar, but it's more complicated. The Congress, which was destroyed by AAP, allied with them despite knowing that they were corrupt. Imagine in 2022, Congress itself filed a complaint with the Delhi police alleging a multi-crore liquor scam. After that, zilch, nothing. Congress fell silent. It withdrew from the picture. All this while, BJP was on the streets screaming its horses out, raising issues. So much so that AAP withdrew the policy soon after without any explanation. Then in 2024, Mr. Kejriwal was arrested by the ED and defended AAP as a part of the Lok Sabha India Alliance. That is your commitment and that is your consistency. I don't have much to say. We all have seen the results. BJP won 7 out of 7 seats in the Lok Sabha election, and huge number of Congress and AAP Karyakartas voted for us too, since itself did not know who they're supporting. So this constant public outcry that we are with each other, we are not with each other, and bashing each other up on ideological difference, it's a really late afterthought. I mean, very late. Did you even know what is each other's ideology?
Valmiki Naik, you want to respond to what Neoma Gupta is saying, and also the fact, now that you'll be sitting in the opposition, would you now work with the Congress party, in the national capital?
Like I said, I think the BJP spokesperson doesn't need to worry about the India Alliance. You all have won the election today, and
We are not worried,
you shouldn't be a sore winner. So I would, like I said, we congratulate you, and I hope you will come.
I'll tell you, Valmiki Naik, I'll tell you, perhaps worry is not a great word, but I'll tell you the Delhi voters were certainly confused, and the voter is always confused when they look at the India opposition bloc, because the voter doesn't know whether you're together, on what basis are you together, which election you're fighting together, which election you're fighting separately.
No, and exactly, and at the beginning I said,
Neoma, go ahead, and then Valmiki.
Sorry, with all due respect to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, humility is not a trait you're very well versed with, you or your party members. And I have to say I've done a lot of debates today, and all the other spokespersons have been very humble about their loss. I think you should concur to the same views.
No, I humbly accept the verdict, and we are
Valmiki, go ahead.
Also. But I do have a question for Neoma ji. What happens to the Sheesh Mahal now? It is the official residence of the Delhi CM. Is Parvesh Verma or whichever puppet CM you will install there, is he going to move in there, or are you going to turn it into a museum? What happens to the Sheesh Mahal? That was your central issue for this whole election.
Was that a central issue, or your absolute failure in your misgovernance and
I don't know
giving
if you
any part of the
Delhi,
immunity or infrastructure to Delhi?
You all had
I think the people of Delhi
model of the Sheesh Mahal going around on open jeeps all across Delhi.
So you are saying Aam Aadmi Party has only lost on the premise of Sheesh Mahal, and not that you've been an epic failure for every Delhiite? Have you given us clean air? Have you
can you
given
tell
us
us what is going to
water?
happen to the Sheesh Mahal now? Is it still the Delhi CM's residence? Is it still a Delhi CM's residence or not?
Sir, Sheesh Mahal is a product of your former chief minister who went to jail. So what will happen to it now is within the spectrum of law. So you have no business questioning me on what your chief minister created when he was not allowed to create. A 50 crore project for his private use, and you have the guts to come and question me. You tell me that have you failed in providing basic
it was not for our private use. It was made by the PWD for the Delhi chief minister. Is the Delhi chief minister of the BJP going to use it or not? It's a simple question. You seem to be riled up about it.
Sheesh Mahal, if you are not aware...
Okay, Valmiki, you're diverting from the issue. My question was, do you agree to now at least work with the Congress party hand in hand as an opposition in the national capital?
I think, like I said before, the India Alliance was formed to protect the country's democracy, because we have seen how the Bharatiya Janata Party has behaved, when it wins elections and as well as when it doesn't win election. So I think we need to, like I said, we need to regroup as India Alliance and have this conversation and decide the path ahead, which I'm confident will happen. in the interest of the country. This is not about,
And
we
that
wanting
regrouping
the
will
campaign
include the
for-
Congress party? That
That I think,
regrouping will have a healthy relationship with the Congress party. Do you agree with that, Valmiki?
I think that conversation will happen definitely. And I think it is in the interest of all the parties that we are united.
So what will happen in Punjab? Because I
Okay.
have a query actually, because I don't know what the plans of AAP has for Punjab, where they have faced a similar tussle for existence with the Congress, with the fractured
plans in
Akali Dal in the fray as well. Just one second. It's
the
about the
plan in
alliance. Now we are
Punjab
talking
and Goa
national.
and
Okay. Now will Mr. Kejriwal go to Punjab or will he stay in Delhi, chair the chief ministership with Mr. Bhagwat Mann? I don't know, and it's none of my business. But I do know one thing: even in Punjab, the BJP has a very clear mission. We will strengthen our Sangathan, reach out to the people, and give them a very clear alternative. And I assure you, we will do exactly that, and you will see a huge improvement in our performance out there. So what is happening is this Indie Alliance. It's fluctuating state-wise. We saw what happened in Delhi. Look at Haryana. Some say AAP and INC wanted to ally. Some say they didn't. In the end, they fought separately and lost to BJP despite the posters predicting otherwise. This is because we had horses blinkers on in Haryana. And from what I can gather, the Congress spokesperson very clearly said that they lost because of AAP. But now AAP spokesperson is saying they might have a future together. What sort of relationship status is this? It's very confusing, just for an average person, not for a spokesperson.
Which is what we're questioning today, Valmiki and Amrit. And as much as the Congress is happy about the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party has lost and they have a chance for resurgence, we'll have to wait and watch whether the Congress is able to resurge. There's another election in Delhi and another day when the Congress has not had even a single seat in this election. But we'll leave it there. Neoma Gupta, Valmiki Naik and Amrit Gill, thank you very much to all of you for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your perspective. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side.